I think a big question mark in terms of PR disparity was Rain for a while. So now we have Eve jumping into the mix with PR number 4, Neeze, coming up right now. Let's check out this first game.
All right, see what we do here. Yeah, as we get into it, it's going to be obviously a very seen pick within this Mordex, but yeah, you're still going to get the rarity of 7, which I think, you know, could be like a double-edged sword. Here, you're obviously, you know, playing someone that is rare, and it's like, are they rare because they're bad, or are they rare just because they're untapped, you know, potential? And honestly, Eve is kind of showing the untapped potential right here.
Yeah.
Oh
my God, what a read too. It's hard to tell for sure, just because like, I think Cannon personally is just such a potent item that I do not see all that often. And we on one of the earlier blocks as well, one of the weapons that was largely untouched, I think, over the last patch as well. So maybe we'll see a bit of an uptick in terms of this weapon. Eve with the first strike, though, making a little bit of a statement here with some of these Sares.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately getting caught up, trying to get back to the stage. Quick down light into the recovery. But as we, you know, or into the recovery, into the ground pound, and we're going to keep it moving here as we go to our second stock. Good stuff right there, getting that grab, pushing him to the right side, trying to continue that combo. Eve getting kind of hit left and right here, not really
nice.
being able to touch the ground too much. Neeze definitely start to control the pace of this match and the neutral.
Yeah, that's rough. Active input off the side right here, too. Neeze can't close the door on that stock, but keeping the pressure strong. And just like that, I mean, it looked like Eve had a pretty firm advantage, at least by the looks of that first stock. And now look at this damage disparity. We're going to see first time on the spear, throws it away to pick it right back up. But it's not even going to do anything with that KO off the top. Neeze taking control.
Absolutely on that second stock. I mean, not letting anything get too, you know, get too far away from right now, though, is Eve. Eve going to be trying to push themselves right back into this game, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. With the way that Neeze is playing, Neeze once again pushing him off to the now to the left side, and has been really just throwing him back and forth. Eve, or so far, has not really been able to get any type of damage up there. Finally gets a side air. Can he turn that into a stock, though? Most likely looking for another neutral sig. That has been getting him a lot of stocks, but he is on borrowed time, already in the deep red. What is he going to do?
Yeah, this one's looking rough right now. I mean, even with the disarm right there, you get a pretty favorable spawn. Don't really matter. Saw the sweat beads come through, and that's all she wrote right there. A quick pickup off the left side. Neeze, only 1 stock dropped in that first game, looking real good.
Yeah, did you see that? Like the damage difference right there was like 355 to 589 or something like that. So yeah, I mean, Neeze, absolutely. That first stock was looking clean for Eve, but after that, Neeze is like, all right, let me stop playing around. Let me show you what's really who you're really playing. Okay, you might have got a win on PR number 1, but I'm still in the top 10 by a large margin, being at PR number 4, and showing you exactly why he's at PR number 4.
3, 2,
there we go.
1,
okay.
brawl.
And this was a big question I had, especially when you brought up the 7 being such a unique pick in this top 8, right? Is does Eve stick to it? I mean, all it takes is 1 dodge read to really get a huge damage differential just like that. We don't see the pickup quite yet, but that is a great start for Eve.
I think Eve did swap over at some point in time to the Linfei.
Right.
And so, like, you know, he definitely does have, like, he wants to favor the cannon, which is definitely cool. I think I like seeing some cannon play. That's one of my favorite weapons in the game. But yeah, I mean, again, the 7 has been looking super clean right now, at least at the beginning of these stocks, but he has to be able to turn these in stocks much faster. Almost getting scooped up there by that down air. That would have been a very unfortunate spot to be in.
Yeah, and we did see a similar setup from the first game from Neeze as well, where he goes for that gravity cancel signature to try to find the pickup. It was a little bit too high on the first time, a little bit too high on this one. Maybe he dips it lower on the 3rd try.
Yeah. All right. Eve right now trying to find a weapon, finds one. See what we can do with it. Ooh. He's going to push him off the side with that side air. Still just waiting and out, trying to find their way in. Maybe just find another one. I think this is going to be like, I'm feeling a random sig. I don't know why. I'm just
yep.
I was like, I'm feeling a random sig right now, but it was a neutral sig. Wasn't going to hit, but it ends up finding that neutral light instead to go ahead and push Neeze off of that left side. But Neeze already got the damage. Active input, yeah, off that down light is going to be enough to go ahead and push past that blast zone as well.
That's right. And just like that, we are back at parity between both of these players. And just in the first game, Neeze was only able to drop 1 stock, and then he took 2 unanswered. Eve, no resources left. How do you land right now? Neeze can't find the pickup, but, I mean, the pressure is being laid on thick right now. Look at this scythe go to work. Oh my, that's, again, same setup as one of the first 2-3 times we've seen over these 2 games. Man. Finally connects it there. Doesn't get the stock, though.
And the force on that sig is insane, too. I really thought he was about to go past that blast zone. We were off the stage, so it's not, like, impossible, but just would have been very surprised. He just hit orange and almost lost that stock.
Right.
Now still having a hard time finding some hits here. Can't get the combinations off of the side light, down light. He's doing a very good job of avoiding such.
That's right. And for what it's worth, we really haven't seen Eve too much on this spear, so let's see how much damage can come in before this stock, I would say, inevitably falls. Look for just the unarmed recovery. Even that's not enough, though. Next one will do it, especially with the gauntlets on.
Yeah, he looks a little unfamiliar with the spear when it comes to like how well he's playing on the cannon versus the spear. Definitely a lot of moves just getting hard whiff punish right there from Eve. Neeze, once again, in a very solid lead. Not as solid as I think the game before, but he's definitely starting to dig into it, and we could potentially see another 2-stock right here.
Right, and again, I present the question, right? If Eve falls 2-0 in this game, you said the Linfei came out in one of the earlier sets from Eve. I wonder if we see it again just for the fact that you get another legend with the cannon coming through, because the numbers don't lie, right? That's another 2-stock right there. A pretty solid start from Eve, but again, Neeze just takes over.
Yeah, and actually it was a bigger win. It was 346 to 621 this time. I think it was like 355 to 590 something in the first game. So the gap is getting even bigger. I think it's time to move over. And there it is. Yeah, we've swapped off back over to the Linfei on the Sakura crossover. It definitely needed that because clearly the 7, well, that was definitely not a 7-8-9 moment.
7 was just gone.
Yeah,
at that point. Yeah, so I mean, and the numbers don't lie either. I mean, I think in both of the games, the cannon was used for over like 70% of the game as well. It's definitely the weapon of choice for Eve, but maybe when you have the Katars as the secondary here, you can do a little bit more damage in the way of damage build-up.
Okay. Okay, double tapping right there. Still getting, like, you know, nice little combinations here. I think it's really just up to how well his Katars play, because clearly the cannon is doing something. Like, he's getting hits with the cannon, but it feels like he's only getting hits with the cannon, especially in those last few games. And now he's swapped out of his second weapon, and maybe the Katars are really going to bring him back into this game. Currently, right now, though, doing a good job of at least keeping this even at the beginning, but that's what all of his games look like. He has been nice on the first stock, and then Neeze just pulls away.
I mean, all credit to Neeze as well, just like being able to catch on to Eve's landing patterns. We've seen probably like 3 times now over the course of this set situations where Eve is above the stage and just has no jumps left. There's literally nothing left in the tank, so it's easy to shark that one out. There's the Katars, though, to find first strike.
Yeah, that was I think it was a missed punish right there from Neeze. He had the right idea, but didn't get high up enough for that GCD heavy. And then because he had just used his dodge, all that was guaranteed damage into the recovery. Speaking of recovery, he's going to get his own recovery to go ahead and push Eve off of that first stock. Now it's really up to if Eve can get a cannon in time. There we go.
And you see quick scurrying over with the dash jumps to try to find that. And once again, I mean, look at these early jumps that Eve is using as just kind of like escape tools. Finds the stock right there. That was a beautiful reversal, but again, I think a bit of an overextension on the side of Neeze.
Yeah, I think that was, definitely more so Neeze being in the wrong place than Eve being in the right place, but it still worked out for Eve. Can't take anything away from the fact that we did get that stock. Oh, trying it again, okay. Would have been nice off the wall. I like the recoveries here from Eve. That has not been extending that early jump that has been getting kind of blown up earlier. However, it is going to expend that early air dodge. Almost getting hit off the top. It's going to be, again, nice stuff. The GCD light into the recovery from Neeze. Go ahead and stay in this game. Good stuff.
Yeah, and all that setting up as well. Neeze used the weapon throw to force a dodge early from Eve. Enough time to close that distance and find the conversion off of the gravity cancel. Really, really nice stuff.
See what Eve can do. Active input right there. Push him off the stage. Eve coming back on with the down airs. Trying to get a lot started. Oh, no.
Caught him. Wait a minute, caught again. Running out of jumps. See the sweat beads come through. Neeze tries to risk all of it, but does not cross the finish line on that one. Eve, not enough off the top either. Can you get one on the board?
And that's one of the more unfortunate parts of playing this character. She does not have that high force. It's really all into the dex and the speed. And so this might be costing him if he can't get back to the stage. Oh, good recovery.
Breakdancing on him too. Okay. Sweat beads came through. I don't know if Eve caught that one on the first time. There goes the signature as well, but left side and resources have been reset once again. So Neeze gets another shot, and we're practically even in damage.
Okay, where's that weapon coming? Eve or Neeze able to find a weapon. The angle on that may be enough. And Neeze whiffing the ground pound.
That's crazy. He was so on top of all the Sayers from Eve as well. To miss it right there, I mean, can Eve get this one? This could be a huge turning point, but the big swing comes through. It's still not enough.
Uh-oh. Can we get back to the stage? We're still getting back to I am so surprised. I feel like Neeze has had 3 different situations where this game should be over, and it is not. Going to the other side here. Weapon toss. Neeze with a high up recovery. Okay, nice little weapon toss right there. Go ahead and get that stage back on his side. This is looking rough.
Oh, yeah. Edge slip did come through right there, but to no avail for Neeze. We out here just swinging now. Let's press a button. Anything will do from either side. There's the guitars again, but Eve don't even want it. We're going fisticuffs for just a second.
I think they're both looking like, look, they're just scrapping now. Okay, we got more. Oh, the weapon toss is going to do
kidding.
it. And so much like evasiveness and honestly I almost felt like sloppiness there at the end, turned that into a very high stakes match, but it is going to be Neeze finding that weapon toss off the side to go ahead and take that last stock. Good stuff to Neeze.
Hey, and I mean, all credit to Eve for again, like you said, making it into the top 8 on the winner's side.